that's quite touching, because I was at the border I was between the Serengeti and what's the other one? It's the Serengeti and the Savannah grasslands. So I was by the borderline of Kenya and the borderline of Tanzania. And we did the hot air balloon thing in the morning for sunrise photography. So as we were on top of the balloon, there was another balloon below us. And the tour guide there, he was trying to explain, for all the tourists that this is the Serengeti, this is how you view it, and this is what happens. We're by the borderlines. You can see the wild animals are already there, and everybody was actually fascinated about it. But I decided to go up there to learn and see and visualize it myself from the top, because what the warriors narrated to me was quite sad, based on the experiences they've been facing. And of course, they had so much drought. There hadn't been rain. There hadn't been rain for quite some time, and they struggle to get water. They struggle to get grass. Everything's just dry. It's like dry grasslands. So them narrating their stories now with all their livestock dying, trying to get greener pastures for their livestock, but they're now limited because they've got so much livestock. And that's like a nature reserve, right? And it brings tourists. And tourism contributes into the economy. And that's their native land, by the way. And then being told by the Mara officials that you cannot take your livestock into the grazing lands or the grazing fields during the day because you've got an excessive amount of livestock. Tourists are now complaining that they cannot spot any livestock around, but they cannot spot any wildlife, but it's just only your livestock. So you are not allowed to take your livestock into the grazing fields during the day. You'd rather wake up maybe at around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Take your livestock to the grazing fields, do whatsoever with them. But when the sun rises, you are not allowed to be spotted or to be seen. You'll be fined, you'll be punished. And I don't know what they do to them because they've been so terrified. And I was actually told that resulted to them dying a lot because wild animals are not used to them at night. They're used to them during the day. So they get attacked by all these wild animals. They get killed, and they also having their livestock disappear, being killed by all these wild animals. And when a warrior dies in such a scenario, like maybe in the bush or whatsoever, that was not a natural death, right? That was an attack. It shows that you were not fit enough to protect yourself. So let the wild deal with you. So they are never buried. They are left in the wild. And when I was there, one warrior died. That's how painful it was. I witnessed it as well. The only thing they found was his boot, but they had to leave everything there. They cannot even touch it because it's a taboo.